So let's go ahead and move into my main topic.
Okay.
So for my main topic, I wanted to talk about when's the right time to use individual pedals for an effect, and when's the right time to use a multi-effect.
Okay.
So we have been dealing with this modulation issue both of us have had.
Mm-hmm.
I, for pedalness, got the MD200. It's my multi-effects pedal that I use all my modulation for. You've got this HX1, which has pretty much satisfied your issues. You can use that for delay and all kinds of stuff. It kind of fits in that box. But I've had times on gigs where maybe I only need 2 modulations and I really don't need anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the point? Like, where's the point? Like, what if you need 3? What if you only need 1? When do you go to put your favorite modulation pedal, a real Phase 90, a real whatever on there,
Mm-hmm.
or your favorite version of it? When do you do that? And when's the point where you're like, oh, I need a grab box? Like, for this gig, I need a grab box.
It all depends on how much space you have on your board, man.
Yeah, but is there like a spot where you're like, man, if I have to have 3, I might as well use a multi-delay or a multi-modulate. I've said modulation just for, reference, but it could be
Right.
delays or whatever. Where's the point where you're like, at that point, I don't want to cover that much real estate with this type of pedal. I should just get a multi-effects.
Mm,
Because that plethora 1X or X1 and the HX1,
yeah.
all these things are really,
Terraform, MD200. It's hard to justify a single pedal anymore.
yeah, unless it is your go-to.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like your staple of a sound. I don't know, if you have more than 3 modulation pedals, you better start looking somewhere else. You know what I mean? I think it all comes down to what you would consider a part of your sound. For me, the only modulation I feel like I kind of have to have on me is a rotary. Because a slow rotary is really close to a phaser, and a fast rotary sounds really close to a souped up chorus. And with those two sounds, I can make a lot of headway with the type of music that I play. That also I feel like is a big thing that we need to talk about. Like, if you're a top 40 band, you're gonna need that all in one. If you are playing your own style of music, by all means, play the specific pedals that inspire you the most. I think it really depends on what you're playing, what is a part of your sound, and what do you have the money for.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I never will subscribe to the fact of, oh, you just need this one pedal that's going to do all your drive sounds and you can flip through it.
Right.
I'm not interested in that whatsoever
Right.
because my drive sounds are so important to me. I'll never use a multi-effects for my drive sounds like that and have one pedal that flips through it. I might have a Mobius. I might have an MD200 or a Terraform for my modulation because I need a bunch of them, but they're not specific, very important to me sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like delay is very important to me. So I feel like delay, I'm more likely to have multiple pedals before I really start going, oh, I need one delay that kind of does everything.
Right.
Modulation probably is the one that falls that way for me. And I think for me, because I don't have a modulation that is a must for me, I feel like once I hit the threshold of I need 3 different types of modulation, that's the point where I'm like, I should probably just get a grab box. Because that's starting to take quite a bit of space out. No matter if it's just like a Boss style
Right.
pedal, like 3 pedals, a Boss style, I mean, you're filling up your board pretty quick.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have a giant board personally.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much to look at. And like even a large board for me is probably a moderate sized board for most people out there.
Yeah.
So that's whenever I start looking at it. Yeah, if I was playing my own band with my own music and I had 1, maybe 2 modulation pedals that I absolutely loved as part of my sound, that's what I would use though. For you, if rotary's your thing, you should just go get you a rotary cabinet and roll it in there.
Yeah, because that's real convenient.
Well, I mean, it's just one effect. You just roll it in.
That's it. Yeah. That effect versus a slide on my finger. No, I think there's something to be said of just having a rotary pedal, though.
Yeah.
If a rotary's all I needed. But the style of music I'm playing is all top 40, and I need at least 3 in one box.
Yeah.
I also use reverb as an effect for some of my songs with a really long decay. So I don't really have that option, at least on a small board.
And you're using that in your HX1 right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's covering double duties, not only modulation, but reverbs.
Right. It's my effect pedal.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like, it's to get a certain sound for that song.
Yep.
That's what it's for.
If you were playing at home all the time by yourself,
Uh-huh.
would you use that HX1 for that? Or would you actually get a dedicated rotary pedal or whatever your favorite, couple
Yeah, I would
modules?
rather just have a rotary pedal.
Yeah. Is that the one pedal you'd have on your board that's modulation?
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Because eventually when I get this Princeton, it'll have tremolo too. And between tremolo and rotary, I wouldn't need anything else. That and reverb.
Yeah.
So to me, that's all I would personally need. But like I said, just the stuff I'm doing right now, I gotta have a more of an all-in-one like a Terraform or an HX1.
Yeah. I've got a couple like staples for if I'm jamming at home that I would want to have on my board all the time. My boards are always kind of set up according to what the gig I've got going. So maybe I should have a home board and have just my favorite things in there.
Yeah.
Need to buy another pedal board.
Yeah, you always got to buy another one.
That's right. So if I was going to do that, I would want 2 or 3 modulation pedals on there probably.
What were your your go-tos?
It's changed. It's changed
recently. I know chorus.
Chorus was
and
pretty
you got
good.
tremolo on your amp.
I got tremolo on the amp I use the most. I've got chorus on there, and I could kind of get away with like a faux Leslie sound out of it, especially in the quick speed with a chorus.
Right.
I can get a chorus pedal ramped up pretty quick. And then you get like your sweet standard chorus. Got tremolo on the amp. I'd probably want, honestly, some type of phaser. And then that's probably where I would like stop. I'd probably stop with phaser.
Okay, so 2 modulations, a chorus and a phaser.
Yeah, because the chorus kind of works double duties.
Yeah.
But if I'm just playing around at the house, honestly, it would be fun to. That's where I would want the multi-modulation.
Yeah.
It's because I want to be able to flip through multiple I want to be able to pull up the flanger.
Just be inspired by whatever.
Just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Or if I start to learn a song and I'm like, oh shoot, this song's got flanger in it.
I tell you what you need? Line 6 Spider. Come on.
No. Let's move to your gas or pass.
All sounds that you need.
No. Move to your gas or pass. I'm done with that subject on that point.
All right.